This is Karina from the Royalty Coach. Today I'm going over the 5 big mistakes that publishers make when they publish their books. Last week, I did over 20 book audits of books that are already published on Amazon and are not making a penny. So you want to stick around because I'm going to go over the biggest mistakes that are being made with these books and why they are not making money. And I saved something for you for last. So if you're publishing memoirs, if you're publishing biographies, which I see a lot of people publishing now, you want to stay till the end because I'm going to go over what you should and what you shouldn't do to make some money with your memoir, if that is what you're publishing. Okay, so let's jump in. Let me share my screen. Okay, I'm going to move some things around so that I can see my screen. All right, let's go over the 5 mistakes. And for those of you who are following my channel, you know that I'm very honest in my feedback. I don't believe in wasting people's time. I don't want to waste mine. This is how I run my business. I've trained over 17,000 people in publishing their books on Amazon. So many of them are making money. I have a clientele now that is also making money in my coaching program. If you want to more about that, there's a video in my bio. Click on that and have a look. Okay, let's go over the mistake number 1, the biggest mistake that you can possibly make. And this is, I see this everywhere. Okay, this is just a lack of understanding. It's really not really, people don't understand what is a topic, and that is something that I cover in my course inside of my coaching program. But essentially, what I'm seeing is consistently people are not putting their topics and right in the title. Okay, so a topic and a title is not the same thing, but they can be the same things. Okay, I know this is confusing. And this is why sometimes when you're publishing a nonfiction book, man, like it can be a little bit complicated because you don't really know what's what. But essentially, it's confusion, right? So a topic is something that a customer would type into the search window because they are looking for something specific. They want you to solve their problem. Now, I see all kinds of crazy titles. I'm not gonna lie to you here. I've seen some titles in my audits that absolutely do not need proof of concept, which is, there is no proof that a customer would ever look for books like this. So I don't see a topic. What I see is some made up title that makes absolutely no sense to a customer on Amazon who is typing into the search window something that is a problem in their life and they want to solve it. Okay. So please don't confuse topics with titles. A topic is a topic. A topic is something that a customer is looking for. A title is making it sound nice, okay? In 3 or 4 words. So I'm seeing people missing topics in right in their titles, and that's going to really hurt you on Amazon, okay? The other thing is if a particular topic doesn't meet proof of concept, meaning we have no proof that customers are looking for this topic on Amazon, my friend, you're not going to make money. The reason why you're not going to make money is because nobody is looking for that topic, right? There's no interest. Now, there are ways around that, right? With keywords and, trying to get as close as possible. But essentially, if you don't have a market, why would you sell it? Think of it like this. If a Nike didn't have market for running shoes, would they still be in business? If nobody was wearing running shoes, but everybody was wearing boots, would Nike be in business? No. Why? No market. The same thing applies for topics, right? Some topics sell, some topics don't sell. Some topics there's a huge need and want because of something that's happening in the world. Other topics simply are like dead in the water. They will never sell. You will never make money on it. You can always trailblaze. You can always, produce the book because you're passionate about it. But if you're looking to make money with a particular topic, you first need to make sure that that is a topic that sells on Amazon. So that's mistake number one. Mistake number two, title. This was complicated for me last week because I'm very transparent. And so when I see a title that means something to you, but it means nothing to your customer on Amazon, worse yet, there's absolutely no keywords in that title that tell the customer or the algorithm how and where and in front of whom to place your book, you're not gonna sell. Okay, it's just not gonna happen. The way we create titles is very specific. One, you've got to have some solid keywords in there that people are searching. Two, you need your topic in there. Okay. I've seen titles, which I'm not going to repeat here, that literally no one would ever type into the search window to look for the book. So if you're inventing, if you're trying to be funny, if you're trying to be, innovative, fantastic, good for you. The question is, and you have to ask this, like you have to ask yourself, and you've got to be honest with yourself. If I put this title on my book, will people search this? Will people know what this is about? And if the answer is no, chances are you've got to change that title. The algorithm is not going to help you there because it will not know what to do with your book. Okay? No keywords that can help the algorithm, no bueno. If you cannot help the algorithm find your book, what you're doing is you're actually helping the algorithm to bury it. Okay? So be sort of conscientious. If something, is very personal to you, if you have a title that's personal to you, maybe you just add a tagline, or maybe, you add something that is in the subtitle that can kind of explain what is personal. But generally speaking, Amazon in nonfiction is super unforgiving because people are looking for very specific things. So by you putting out some title like trees grow in, I don't know, underwater, nobody's looking for this, right? So no one will be clicking on your book, which means no sales for you. The third mistake that I see is covers. Friends, I'm just going to be straight up here, okay? Don't leave me nasty comments. Well, if you do, I'll just block you. I'm going to be honest about the covers. Please stop DIYing your covers. If you don't have the money to create a good professional cover, wait. Wait till you have $200. Wait till you have some money to create a solid cover because DIY covered look DIY'd. Even if your friend is a designer, even if you know someone who's a designer, if they don't understand how to create covers for Amazon specifically, for nonfiction books, you're dead in the water. And I'll explain in a second why. DIY covers make the book look cheap. And I'm sorry, but in this case, people will judge your book by your cover. If they think the cover is unprofessional, they will automatically assume that the book is bad. Nobody will click on it, they will bypass it, or worst yet, they will click on it and then click away. And now you're just paying for ads without making any sales. If you're not following the Amazon formula, which again, I talk about in my course, which soon will be available to everybody. And if there's no topic resonance, we have a problem because without topic resonance, you are absolutely not making sense on the cover. What's topic resonance? The image has to make sense for your cover, right? So I see covers on particular topics and the images on the cover have nothing to do with that topic. There is no topic resonance, meaning like legit, if I took all the writing off of your cover and I just looked at the image, I would be lost. I'd be like, what is this book about? Can I figure out what this book is about? And I wouldn't. That is the experience that the customer is having. Okay. No topic resonance. When you think of topics, think what images come to mind, right? And then check in with some people because I bet you any money the image you're getting in your head is not the image they are getting in their head. The topic is unclear or it's so poorly written on the cover that again nobody knows what it's about, so lack of clarity will lead you down the no sales route. Okay, you're at a cross section, no topic, bad title, bad cover, left, zero sales. You're just gonna go left. Lack of benefit filled subtitles. Sometimes I see subtitles that are 5 words long. Question. If I'm a customer, what am I getting from your book? If I can't figure out what I'm getting from your book and it's not clearly displayed on the cover, I probably won't know what I'm buying. And because I don't know what I'm buying, I just won't buy it because I don't want to chance it. So you need to put on the cover in your subtitle some benefits. What is your customer getting? What is your customer getting in this book? What's the with them? What's in it for me? Me, the customer. I'm the center of my own universe. I don't care about you, publisher, because there's millions of books out there. You know what I care about? Me. I'm the customer. What's in it for me? Ask yourself that question. Did you give them benefits? Do they know exactly what the book is about? Is it clear and is the cover professionally made? Okay, those are the 3 mistakes so far. I'm telling you, 20 plus audits later, I'm saying the same thing over and over. So, guys, fix it because you can fix it before you publish. You can even fix it after you've published, -1. You cannot fix your title or subtitle once your book is published. You will have to unpublish the book and republish with a new title. Okay? So that's the only thing you are locked in with once you're published. Everything else is fixable. Mistake number 4, lack of reviews. I know, big deal. You need reviews. You need reviews. You literally cannot go to Amazon without reviews. You cannot plan reviews after. You have to plan reviews before you publish. This is why we call it a pre-launch. There is a whole launch strategy where you plan this ahead of time. If you're looking for a review company, I've got one. I'm going to put the link underneath this video. Please have a look. Check it out for the love of God and all the saints. Please get yourself some reviews. You cannot publish a book and sit at 5 reviews. That thing is not going to sell. The other thing is, I had a comment from someone, well, I have, 25 reviews, but now I got 1-star review. That's bad news. Because if you only have 25 reviews, okay, and you've got 1-star review, that 1-star review just brought your whole average rating down. Your average rating goes down, immediately that affects your ads. It also affects your BSR, your bestsellers rank. So please, if you're going to get 1-star review, you got to go like mad, looking for way more 5-star reviews to compensate for that 1-star review. You cannot sit on Amazon with 5 reviews, 10 reviews, 25 reviews. That's unacceptable. No books make real money, because you're going to make some money, but no books make real money with 25 reviews. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. I've been in this business for a long time. Reviews, your reviews don't come quickly enough. That's another problem. If you've been sitting on Amazon for 6 months and you're still sitting at 25 reviews, we got a problem. You got to get those reviews up quickly. Okay. You should have a solid amount of reviews in the first month of publishing. Aim for 60, aim for 100, aim for reviews. It's work. Yeah. Either you hire a company that can do this for you or you do it yourself, right? And if you do it yourself, it's work, it's babysitting, it's going after those people, it's bugging them, it's reviewing and, following up with them. This is work, but this is a business, right? You cannot be sitting on Amazon with your books at 5 reviews. Don't do that. You're going to hurt yourself. Mistake number 5, Amazon ads. We already talked about those 1-star reviews. This is where it makes a huge difference. The more you start getting 1-star, 2-star reviews, the quicker your average rating goes down, the quicker you go down the page. You just slide. Your book slides to page 2, 3, 4. It begins to affect your ads. The other thing that affects your ads is the cover. The other thing that I see people not doing, and I'm not sure what the thought is here, because if you're on Amazon and anything that you're selling on Amazon, you must run ads. So whether that's a book, a vacuum cleaner, a hair dryer, it doesn't matter. You've got to run ads. I see people not running ads. I see people pausing their ads. Unacceptable. You have to run ads and you have to know what you're doing. You have to tweak them on a weekly basis, right? If the ACOS is too high, you might have a cover issue. You might have a review issue. You potentially, don't have enough keywords. Amazon doesn't know how to place it. It doesn't know who to send it to. It might not even know who your audience is. Amazon has to know who your audience is. The algorithm has to know this. If it doesn't, that's a huge problem. Listen, I go through all of these steps in my coaching program, and we take it very, very slow because just to prep for launch takes about a month to a month and a half. So if you haven't done that work beforehand, it's costing you now in your listing. The other thing is just complete loss of money on ads because the ads are too expensive. You're not tweaking them. You don't know how to run them, right? There are people who are really good at this, and I myself, I'm not. So I've got to hire someone that can do this for me. So I have services that will do this for me because unfortunately, ads is not really intuitive, right? So left brain, right brain person. I'm a right brain person. I'm a visionary. I can create. Ask me to run ads? No. I don't need to have all these talents. I don't need to. I just need to know who to go to get this done with, right? Again, in my coaching program, I work with people that can do this for my clients. So these are the 5 mistakes, friends. They are imperative that if you are already published, fix this. Fix this so that your listing can work better and that your book can start to make money. Now let's talk about that final thing that I told you about because I'm getting a lot of people who are doing this. I'm going to try to be super nice and very polite, but I'm going to be straight up because this is going to cost you a ton of money and a ton of time, and it will not make you money. Memoirs and biographies. Friends, here's the situation. Memoir is something that is not sought after on Amazon by customers in nonfiction. The reason for that is who am I really? And let me ask you this, if you don't know me at all, if I said to you, I have a memoir, I'm just so excited about it. It's about my whole life. And like, you've got to read it. Your eyes are going to roll to the back of your head and you're going to go, hell no, I'm not reading that thing. Why would I read your memoir? Oh my God, that's so boring. Ew, no. That is exactly how customers feel about memoirs. We're not famous. I'm not Michelle Obama. I am not Will Smith. These people are famous. They've got a huge database. And yes, you may argue with me here, and that's fine. I will say to you this, go ahead and publish the memoir. Honestly, do it and see what happens because I've reviewed so many memoirs and none of them are selling. Okay, let's say out of 300 that I've reviewed, 299 are not selling. Those are real numbers. This is not a joke. There is a smart way to create memoirs or biographies on Amazon, but you need to include an educational component, meaning let's go back to the WIFM, which is what's in it for me as a customer. I, the customer on Amazon, am here to be taught something. I have a problem and I need a solution. How is your memoir going to fix it? The only way that your memoir might be able to fix it is if you provide an educational component within your memoir, which then becomes an educational book wrapped with stories, potentially. This has to be well done. Uh, for something like this, you need a very good ghostwriter, potentially a very good editor, somebody that can create this book in a way that's super educational. The memoirs I'm seeing over and over and over again, I won't even accept these clients into my coaching unless they are willing to receive the feedback and fix what's wrong with their books. Because in the state that I see them in, which is pure story, you will not make money on Amazon. Okay. The titles are completely all over the place. There is no algorithm. It doesn't even know what to do with it. Okay. Even some of the good friends of mine who have very good review companies will not work with memoirs. Okay. If you reach out to them and say, hey, can you do reviews for me? They will say, no, outright no. The ads are too expensive. We cannot manage it. It will cost an arm and a leg. You'll end up paying $4,000 for reviews and you will still not make money. That's the real honest truth. Okay. Love it, hate it, be mad at me. It is what it is. I believe in honesty rather than wasting people's time. If you're gonna do a memoir correctly, you need to hire me. If you don't want to do a memoir, don't do it. Don't do a biography either. Focus on books that are going to make you money. The only time that I would say go with the memoir the way it's done is if you say, Coach, I don't care about making money. I just want to put my family stories in a book and publish it on Amazon. I will say, good for you. Do it. Do it, because that is a beautiful way to honor your family. But if you're going to really go to Amazon to make money, memoirs are not your best friend. Okay, I hope this is clear. I hope that you've enjoyed it. It is honest. It is honest coaching. That's how I roll. If you want to find out more about my coaching, if you go to my bio, there is a link. Please fill out the application, and I'll see you in the next one.